A good Erev Shabbos, everyone. Erev Shabbos, Parshas Ki Savo. Erev Shabbos, Slichos. Many important things in the Shabbos that are connected to everything that we're doing. One of the mitzvahs that are in the beginning of the parsha is the mitzvah called Vidui Meiser. It's the mitzvah of the Meiser confessional. Meiser was the tithe, was like taxes that you had to take and you had to give to the Kohen, to the Levi. You had to give to the poor. Sometimes you had to take it even for yourself and bring it to Jerusalem. And at the end of the third year, you made a declaration that you've done everything that you have been meant to do with this. You didn't do anything wrong. I've given it and taken care of the people I've had to take care of. Lo avarti mimitzosecha, I did not transgress any of your commandments. I didn't forget to appreciate what it was that you gave me. Lo achalti ba'oni, I didn't eat it while I was a mourner. I didn't do anything with it while I was impure. I didn't misappropriate the money. Shomati b'kol Hashem Elokai, I listened to the voice of God. Asisi k'chol asher tzivisani, I did everything that God wanted me to do. And then the next pasuk, chapter 26, verse 15, we say, Ashkiva mimon kochcha, God, look down on this, from your high place. Look down on this land, look down on your people, and bless them. Like you swore to our forefathers that you were going to give us a land of Eretz Zavas Chalav Udavash. Continue to bless that land. Rashi says, Hashkifa mimon kochcha. Rashi looks at the flow of the psukim, of the flow of the verses here, and we said, God, I did everything that I'm supposed to do. God, please bless the land. Rashi says it more emphatically. Asinu mashagazarta leinu, I have done what you have commanded me to do. Now, God, you do what you're supposed to do. I've done my job. Now you do your job. My job was to take care of this land, was to grow this land, was to bring the tithes and to bring all of the things that I was meant to bring. I've done all that. Now, God, you do what you have to do. What an amazingly chutzpahdik way to talk to God. You say to God, you know, I did my job. No, now you do your job. The truth is, we don't see this very often, but there is another dramatic place that we see it. If you take a look, it's printed in the art scroll, not in every siddur, where you find this, but there is a tefillah that the Kohanim say after they do Birchas Kohanim. They say, Ribono shel Olam, Asinu mashagazart aleinu, we have done what you commanded us to do. Afata asei imonu k'ma shivtachtanu. So you have to do exactly what you commanded, also what you promised. Hashkiva mimon kochcha, and then it quotes the pasuk that we just read. Look down from your place on high, min hashamayim ubareches amcha Yisrael, and bless your people. Vas ha'adam, and the land that you have given to us. Kasha nishbata lavasin, like you swore to our forefathers, Eretz Zavat Chalav Udavash, you give us a land filled with milk and honey. So this whole section is repeated by the Kohanim when they give the blessing to the people. Why is it okay to talk this way? Why is it okay for the Jewish people to talk this way when they're dealing with their tithes? Why is it okay for the Kohanim to talk this way when they finish giving the blessing? As a matter of fact, the Chassam Sofer says that Nehemiah, one of the greats of our history, didn't get a book with his name. It's the book of Ezra and Nehemiah, but it wasn't called specifically by the name of Nehemiah. And the reason was it was a punishment because he said something very similar to this. Says the Talmud Rebbe something very beautiful. It says, look back. Just the words before Ashkifa, the words before God looked down at us from your place on high. We made an incredibly emphatic statement. Asisi k'chol asher tzivisani. I've done everything you've asked me to do. Now, if I didn't have Rashi, the way that I would have explained that is, I'm the frumiest guy in the whole world. I did exactly what you wanted me to do. I didn't deviate one iota from the details of the law, from the minutia of the law. I did not deviate one little detail. I did everything what you wanted me to do. I am frumer almost than God. But Rashi says it's not what he's saying. Rashi says, what does it mean? I've done everything that you wanted me to do, God? Kechol asher tzivisani, like the way you commanded me. Samachti v'simachti bay. I rejoiced in it, and I helped other people rejoice also. I did everything you asked me to do. I did the mitzvah, and I feel incredible. It has brought me such a sense of simcha but I made sure that other people felt that sense of joy also. It wasn't all just about me and about what I was going to get from it. It was also about what I could give to others. And that is essential to the word asisi, I have done. If you've really done everything, and this is true about every single mitzvah, not only did I make my life happy, but I worried about the life of the convert, of the orphan, of the widow. I've worried about other people, and I've made sure that they're not forgotten. I didn't just feed them. I didn't just give him, but asisi gechol asher tzivisani, I brought him simcha. I brought him a little joy. And the farmer is standing there at the end of the accounting season, and he's saying, God, I took care of your people. And this, in fact, is part of the promise. God says by the Yom Tovim, by the holidays, V'samachta lifnei Hashem Elokecha, you will rejoice in front of the Lord your God. Ata, you, ubincho bitecha, your son, your daughter, avdecha v'yamasecha, your male slave, your female slave, v'halevi asher b'sharecha, the Levite that doesn't have his own portion of the land, you've got to feed him, v'hager, and the convert or the stranger, v'hayosom, and the orphan, v'almana, and the widow, asher b'kirbecha, that is amongst you. B'makom asher yivcha Hashem Elokecha l'shakein shemo sham, in the place where God commanded you to go, and that's Yerushalayim. And if you look at Rashi, Rashi says on the words Va'levi va'ger va'yosam va'almana, the Levite, the convert, the Yosom, and the Almana, he says Arba'a shali v'arba shalach, 4 are mine, 4 are yours. Bincha bitecha avdecha v'yamasecha, those are yours. The Levi asher b'sharecha, the ger, the Yosom, the Almana, so then those are mine, says God. I take care of them. Im atah misameach es shali, if you make mine happy, ani misameach es shalcha, I will make yours happy. If you worry about other people, if you worry about the happiness and the joy and the simcha of others, so then I'm going to worry about your joy and simcha also. And that's why we can turn to God and say, Asisi kechol asher tzivisani, I did my half of the bargain, and I am testifying, and it's a great testimony that I did what I'm supposed to do, i.e., I brought them simcha. So now, God, I'm cashing in on the guarantee that you promised me. If you take care of shali, I will take care of shalcha. And that is by the mitzvah of giving the tithes. We turn to God and we cash in our guarantee. Babirchas Kainim, because that's exactly what the Kain is doing. The Kain has reached a place of samachti, that he felt God, visimachti. He gave it to other people. He didn't just worry about himself. By definition, in Birchas Kainim, he's bringing down the blessing, it's passing through him, it's stopping off inside of him, and then he's taking that blessing and he's passing it on to others. And therefore, he could turn to God and say to God, look, I've done my business. Now, God, I fulfilled my half of the bargain. Now it's time to fulfill the other half of the bargain. My friends, this is true of every single thing we do. The year is ending, the new year is beginning, and we're thinking so much about ourselves. We're thinking about what we can do. We're thinking about our davening on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, how we can make it beautiful, how it can be something where we can be uplifted, where we can get something from it. Somebody called me yesterday and asked me, what can I do for my chevra? Got a bunch of friends, and we want to do something that's going to uplift us. The guy wasn't worried about himself. He wasn't just worried about v'samachti. He wasn't just worried about himself and what he was going to get from it. He was worried about other people. Walk into Shul on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. What's our main focus? What am I going to get out of this? Or how am I going to get something and be able to also give something to other people? Not just by offering them a siddur or getting up for giving somebody a seat, but the way I daven, my involvement in the service is not just for me. It's not just simachti, but it's simachti es acherim. But it's to give other people. I can be a part of their chizuk, their strengthening over Yontif, because I can worry not just about me, I can worry about others. The Talmud says, based on a verse, in Mishlei, the Eshes Chayil, which we sing on Friday nights. And then we say the Torah's Chesed al Lashon, and the Torah of kindness is on her lips. And the Talmud asks, Torah shel Chesed, Torah she'eino shel Chesed, is there a Torah of kindness and Torah not of kindness? And the Talmud says there certainly is. A Torah of kindness when you do mitzvahs with an eye towards what it's going to give to others. Not just what you're going to get out of it, not just how you're going to fulfill it in the correct kind of way, but how can I inspire others when I do this? And only then is it called Asisi K'chol Asher Tzivitsani, I've done my job, God. When I've dotted the I's and crossed the T's and done every single halacha, I still haven't done K'chol Asher Tzivitsani. I still haven't done everything you commanded me. But when I have my eyes towards others, that's when I'm whole. And that's when I'm full. And that's when Hashkifa Mima'in Kachcha, God, please look down from your place on high. Notice this, see this, watch this, recognize this. And bless me and bless the land. Because I'm not just worried about me, I'm worried about others. New Year's about to begin. What an awesome way to start the year. Finish the year off with an eye towards others. My strengthening myself is going to give something to other people. It's going to set a tone and atmosphere. My davening on Yontif is not only going to change my life, but it could change the life of anybody around me, of my entire tzibur that I'm davening in. Because if I lift myself up, somebody else lifts himself up, and the tzibur is flying. Let's not just focus on us. Let's do it the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells us at the end of the year, in one of the last parshas of the year. Hashkifa mimayin kachcha, God, look, watch me. Because who am I? I'm an asisi k'chol asher tzivitsani. I'm somebody who not only gets something out of things, but I make sure in everything I do, I'm also giving to others. That principle at the center of our lives, all it's going to bring us is incredible blessings. The incredible blessings that God has promised us, that He is sitting and waiting for us. Everybody should have a beautiful, amazing Shabbos, an amazing Slichas, an amazing week, and that this, the last week of the year, this should be a week that is filled with incredible energy, but the energy of Asisi K'chol Asher Tzivitsani. Simachti, I got something out of it, but v'simachti, I also brought something to other people. Have a wonderful Shabbos.